I put it a little bit between medium and the next coolest setting. So I'm going to wait and let that melt, and I will add some vegetables. Okay, so the spread's melting, and I'm just going to let it just kind of roll around the edges. And I'm going to add in some squash. Sorry, I'm doing it one-handed. I had to use that hand to help. And then some asparagus. And some more squash. Probably a little bit much, but hey, that's alright. Like I said, it'll be enough for good 3-4 meals right there. So then I kind of mix it around a little bit, let it get that whatever oil I'm using. Like I said, today I'm using the coconut spread. And then kind of let it get moist. Whoa, got a runaway asparagus. Put that bad boy in there. Yeah. This is like a garlic herb seasoning that I like. It's one of those that you do the grinder for, but I knew I wouldn't be able to do that and hold you at the same time. And this may be weird, but I like steak dust. I like the flavors in a steak dust, so I tend to put that on my stuff. Just whatever brand of steak dust I have. And I'll use garlic salt. Now, if you saw in my previous video, I used that small cast iron skillet in the back there for breakfast every morning. So that one is sitting back there just waiting for tomorrow. Every morning it's so much faster. I get my hair done and my makeup ready, and I come in the kitchen and heat up my skillet, drop those eggs and all the toppings on it, and then I put the lid on it and go get dressed. And when I come back, it's ready to be put in a wrap and ready to be taken to work or eaten on my drive. Way faster than pulling in through a drive-thru somewhere, and cheaper too. So now what I do with these vegetables is I cover it. I just kind of let them simmer and do their thing. So now, let's see, I've got 2 minutes, or 2 minutes till I go outside. And then we'll check on the burgers out there in 2 minutes. Okay, it has been time. So I'm going to use my lid lifter. There we go. And I'm going to move this big old lid over here. Ooh, yeah. Those are looking good. A little bit even soupy even. But that's alright. We'll deal with that. Just push them all together here. Now, need to rotate one way. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay, rotate it and put the lid back on it. There we go. And we'll let it go for a few more minutes. I took the patties out and they are over here. They're looking really good. So now it's going to take 2 hands, but I'm going to pour out a lot of that grease, and then I'm going to set up for using the Dutch oven as a skillet out here on my coals. Okay, so there's a helicopter overhead, so we're going to enjoy that sound, but I couldn't wait because our coals are getting cold, so I am going to, I'm adding, I don't know, maybe a total of a tablespoon of the coconut flour. Oh, where's the onions? Ooh. And I'm going to add the mushrooms. We got to go inside and get the onions. Okay. It's still really hot from the charcoal. So we're getting that nice sizzling sound. Ooh, it smells good, good, good. I like garlic. I like garlic in almost anything. So I'm putting some bloop bloop bloops in there. There you go. That's how much I put. And I pulled out too much of the grease, but I'm not going to add that grease back because I've added it to old grease. So I'll improvise. Okay, we're going to add some olive oil, maybe a tablespoon. I'm not a very precise chef. It just looks so dry in there. So, get those onions and mushrooms sauteed. I'll let you know when it's ready. Okay, they're just right. So now comes some more experimental stuff. Didn't have any red wine, so how about we use some sherry? Sure, why not? Just that to deglaze it all. Maybe a little more. Now, I'd say probably about 3/4 a cup. And next, I'm going to add the almond milk and heavy whipping cream. Okay, so got some cream. And again, if you like milk or whole milk, you do what you like. I put in about a cup of it. And then, to not be so fatty, about a cup of almond milk. I am going to let that sit for a little bit and thicken up. Hopefully, I mean, I still see smoke coming out, so hopefully the coals are still doing their thing under there. Oh, yep, the pan is still hot, so I'm gonna let it thicken up a little bit. I'm adding just a little bit of garlic salt. Mine doesn't shake very well, so it looks like more than it is. And now let it thicken up. Okay, the asparagus and squash is looking good. I turned it down to low while I was outside doing the rest of it, and now I just turned it off, and that looks, it's right for me. I think some people like it a little less cooked, but hey, that's the beauty of cooking. I like mine one way and you like yours another way, so you cook it how you like it. So now I'll go check back on the Salisbury gravy. While we still have a little bit of light out here still, I'm going to put the burgers back in. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, see if it thickens up. If I could learn anything from this experience, I would say I should use more coals, and so that way I could use some afterwards, because I think the coals ran out by now. So, but I'm going to let it sit for a little bit longer, and then I'll bring it inside and show you. Okay, brought it inside. It's still pretty thin, but I'm not somebody who notices or cares about texture and stuff. It's more of a gravy, not an Alfredo sauce, so this will work for me. Like I said, next time I would, start earlier because the sun is gone and it is 5:12 p.m. So anyway, I'm going to plate this up and show you, and I'm going to have my supper. Here we go. We have the squash and asparagus. Gonna taste that. Squash has a sweet flavor, so sometimes you feel like, hey, I'm getting a little dessert with my supper. And the Salisbury steak with the mushroom. I'm going to make sure I get an onion too. Come here, onion. Ooh, there's one. Come on. And a bite of burger. Or Salisbury steak. It's burger to me, but you know, properly it's Salisbury steak. Got a little bit of each. Yep, I give it a thumbs up, and that was my experiment. Okay, I think what's missing, salt. There needs to be some salt on this part, but low carb, low processed food. I don't need the salt. I'm a big gal trying to become a littler gal, so I don't need to add the salt because that's not good for me. So I'm leaving off the salt, but if you like salt, add it. It's good stuff, Maynard.